Welcome back everyone. Today's drawing is going to be colour pencils, and the first thing I've had to do is draw out an outline, and this is going to be a Scottish Blackface shape, and I've just drawn a very rough outline, very lightly, because you're going to need a rubber, and always make sure your rubber's clean. I actually spend about 2 minutes in between drawing, just sharpening this to a point so I can get it in where I need it, because you never know when you're going to make a mistake, and a lot of this I can rectify as I'm drawing. But hope you enjoy the picture, and let's see how it gets on. So I put in a little bit of the background colour, and I tend to work light to dark. So I find where the highlights are, so there's light coming from this direction, so it's picking up on the horns and a wee bit there. But remember, this is just a background and I can always just top it up. So this one is the Caran d'Ache Luminance, and this is pinky white. And you might not be able to see it, but there's a bit in there, bit in there, bit in here, bit in there, bit in there, bit along there. And then I have used the olive brown Caran d'Ache Luminance to do this nice horn colour on the horns. So the next thing I'm going to do is, starting from light to dark, I'll be using Naples Ochre, Warm Earth, Raw Umber and French Grey, and this will just pick out, because these are the main colours that I'm going to be using, apart from the black for in the eyes and round the hair on the face and the nose and a wee bit in the mouth and everything. But just want you to see how it builds up. I'm trying to use light and shadow to give this a 3D effect. So I'm just going to crack on. So a wee bit more now, and you can see the horns are a big thing. This portrait is the sheep's face and the horns, so I've been using these two, and I'm just building up the picture. Now the thing is, when you're doing white on white paper, so round the muzzle up here, you need to remember, just at the edge as well, you're giving the illusion of white, but you need to make it stand out from the paper. So I am using the white of the paper, but I'm also using, this is Blanc white, which is pretty white. I'm not going to, well, there you go. Now you can't maybe see the colour, but you can see the texture. Well, you can when you're sitting as close to it as I am. So I'll put a bit of texture in with that into the white bits at the end of the picture. But I'm going to crack on now, and let's see what I do next. Probably up here, I think. So I've done a wee bit of rough blacking in, and I'm reasonably okay with this so far, because this is just my background layering. Yes, it is. This is not the complete thing, but you can see it's coming. So keep watching. Okay, it's getting there, but I need to go and wash my hands because I'm picking up the black and I'm transferring it, so you might be able to see. I'm sorry, rubbing out makes the camera shake. I've got, you can see it there. You just got to be careful. This is why I keep it sharp. And I wash my hands a lot. There's a wee bit there. I like sheep. They're quite characterful. I have sheep of my own here in France, and I did have them when we were living in Cornwall as well on our small holding. And farmers and smallholders have a mixed opinion on sheep. A lot of them will tell you that a sheep is born to die, but I've always found them okay actually. Never really had any problems with them. Oops, there's another bit. So I quite like drawing them. This one's coming out better than I thought it would originally, but it's early days, so keep watching, and I'm going to go and wash my hands. So I'm basically finished, and I think the eyes are just the last bit to put in, and I have put in more detail on the horns. There's my black. And if I fiddle with it anymore, I'll kind of ruin it. I just want to put, there's that dark grey. I just want to put a little bit more shadow in there. But this is me basically overworking. And I think this is where I fault. Because I really shouldn't. A wee bit more shadow in there. Just round that off a wee touch. Shadow around the chin. And just wanted to share one of the things, let's see. These are the Caran d'Ache luminants, and they're pretty good. Once you've finished, you can go over and they just blend. So you just need to pick your kind of colour carefully. And I tend to do little very light swirls to give the impression of wool. And remember, wool is white, but it's really not white, so you want to try and put a variety of very light, tawny colours in to give the illusion of wool. So Blackface aren't curly sheep, but I'm going going to stop there, I think. But I'm quite pleased with that. So if you've enjoyed the video, please do like it, share it to your farmy friends, and I'll see you next time.